All right, let's get these headlight buckets out of here. I think I'm gonna start with this cover right here. There's Phillips heads. They are a little rusty. All right, will it pop off? Or are there more? Yeah, might be it. Oh. My first instinct is to just pull really hard. I'm sure you guys can relate. Let's get this cover off. Yeah. Okay. Can we get this out now? Yeah. All right. All right. It's going pretty good so far. Let's see what else we got here. Just a little lip right there that goes in the bottom. Let's see if we can get the lamp out of the way. I think it's just held on with these two. There we go. Yep. And now this should be free. That's it. All right, now you can really see all the junk down in there. That's pretty thick. Ooh. Wasp nest. How is this thing held on? Let's go ahead and get these off and see what happens here. Hey guys, check out this electric bike from Happy Run. It's like an SUV. Let's take it for a ride. Hey guys, this is the G60 e-bike. It's pretty cool. It's designed for off-road and commuting. Happy Run SUV electric bike is equipped with a high-performance 1500 watt brushless motor that can boost a top speed of 31 miles per hour. That's crazy. Strong, lightweight aluminum alloy ensures a smooth and comfortable ride. Hydraulic brakes help improve the overall stability, control, and comfort of the ride. SUV e-bike features a removable 48 volt 18 amp hour battery that can range up 68 miles with pedal assistance on a single charge. And 20x4 fat tires provide extra protection against punctures. Large smart LCD display. Guys, check out the discount codes below for the G60 e-bike and more. Get one today. They're awesome. Now let's get back to the video. I think it's a 5. That was pretty loose. Yeah. They're all really loose. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right, check it out. I think there's some screws on the back side here. But I'm thinking you have to access them through here maybe. This needs to come out. In order to get that off, I think there's a bolt behind there. We gotta get up in between that tire and that fender. So I'm gonna jack it up, take the tire off, and we'll crawl up in there. Yeah, it looks like a 10 millimeter right there on the end. And then you can see those bolts there. Looks like there might be an undercoating on this car. That's all that black stuff. Probably had it sprayed at some point. Maybe factory, I'm not sure. does that hold it in there? I don't know. We got some crispy critters in here, boy. Yeah. All right, let's see if it'll come out this way. Disconnect the wires. There we go. Looks original. Hopefully it's never been hit in the front. I don't think it has. All right. Now you can see those bolts in there. How's that thing held on? There's these two little clips. Let's see if we can get this side marker off. It looks like it's just being held in with two little plastic clips. You can see them there. Let's see if we can squeeze those and there we go. There we go. All these rubbers and gaskets are pretty much gone. We'll need to get some new ones. There we go. All right, that wasn't too bad. So you can see these little plastic clips that hold it in. You squeeze them a little bit and it pops out. And there's a brown wire on the bottom, tan, and a white and a black wire at the top. And they're pretty clean. That boot protected them pretty good over all those years. We'll work on the harness later. We'll try to get all the... We're gonna have to pull the whole harness out. All right, let's see if we can get these cleaned up now. Okay. There's a washer on there too, like a little lock washer on both of those. I think I dropped the other one where it's stuck. There it is. Yep. Look at that. Still got the zinc coating on it. That's pretty cool. All right. Look at that original red paint under there. Beautiful. All right, it might come out now. The wiring harness is strapped to it. Let me get that off real quick. And a zip tie on here. I'm assuming that's factory, I don't know. And there it is. It's a little rusty. We'll end up sandblasting this or vapor blasting it and painting it or having it coated. I don't know how it was done, but we'll find out. If you guys know, comment below. I don't know if that's a zinc coating or what. And it looks like there's probably some bushings in here of some sort that need to be cleaned up. Yeah. All right, check it out. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We gotta get that motor out of there. And I think we can access this boot now, it looks like. It's hard as a rock. Well, it's not too bad, actually. Let's see if we can get this boot out so we can get the motor, access the motor bolts. All right, so it looks like you can peel that off and then access the nuts there. Let's go ahead and loosen up those 3. I think that'll pull it away from the motor. It looks like it's the same size as the other ones. It's hard to see what's going on here, but there was a 10mm nut there, and then 3 bolts. These 3 bolts here. And this nut, 10mm. And now I think it'll come off. Let's see, hopefully. There we go. That looks like I managed not to damage the boot. Cool. There's another rubber here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to keep track of all this stuff. There's the motor. It's a lot of stuff in this little corner, huh? Okay. Now what? Wiring harness. Let's get these disconnected. That looks pretty straightforward. The green goes to the green, white to white, red to red. So we'll pop those out of there. And then there's a ground wire, it looks like right there. That brown or tannish wire. Ground. So we'll disconnect those. I'm assuming that's some sort of relay. Looks original. Made in Germany. Looks pretty clean. There's a little boot there that we have to get out, and then this thing will pop out. See if we can pop this little boot out of here. All right. There it is, catch of the day. Anybody hungry? All right, we got it. Success. Pretty cool little boot right there. That's a neat little setup. And it's amazing that they still work. We'll test them and clean them up and everything, but I'm pretty sure they still work. Well, what else have we got? We got a little collection going on over here. More stuff in here. I'll have to get all that put together in a little package. Yeah, let's go ahead and just make sure there's no nuts or screws in here, and we'll vacuum this. You can see there's the drain hole. Looks like it's working. Yeah. Still see the ground down there. That's good. It's not all rusted out either. That's awesome. Very cool. All right, cool. I think that's it for the headlight on this side anyway. We're gonna do the other side, and it should go a lot quicker because we know how to do it now. All these terminals and stuff will be cleaned up. Hopefully we can save the wiring harness. You know, it looks like, considering it was underwater, most of the connectors look pretty good. And these are just popping out of here. And I'm pretty excited that this is not rusted out. Hopefully this side is just as good. Let's go ahead and open this up real quick. This is gonna go a lot quicker. I might even do a time lapse. Let's see what happens. All right, we're getting there. That was fun. That went real smooth. I really enjoyed that. Felt very satisfying getting those out of there and seeing that the bottoms aren't all rusted out. It's pretty good. We got a little rust here. We got a little rust right there, but we'll get that cleaned up. We got some rust where the spare tire goes. That's pretty common. All right, let's get that dash out the rest of the way, and the clusters and the wiring and all that stuff. I noticed that the wiper mechanism looks like it might be in the way. So let's go ahead and get that off. It looks like it's a 22. It's a little crusty. Probably could have hit it with a little juice before I did that, but it's coming off. And I took the wipers off when I first got it. Okay. Get a little juice on this one. A little WD. There we go. I'm not sure how these come out. Maybe there's something else holding it. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like there's another bolt going through the dash that holds that in there. All right, we'll try to get this off first. There's four 10mm nuts holding this top of the dash. There's one of them. Still got it zinc plating on it. That's cool. Let's see if we can find the other three. They're hidden in there. All right, I got a little extension. That seems to be helping. There's just a lot of wires and stuff in the way. Yeah. That one's fighting me all the way. All the way. I think I got it. Wow. Ooh. That one was not fun. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. I'll show you what we're working with here. It's tight. You see it right there? There's one there. That one's not going to be too bad. There's another one right there. Back in the back there. And then I got the 2 out over there. So hopefully, once we get those other 2, we'll start to be able to get the dash out. It's a tight fit. 2 more. Let's see if we can get those 2. All right, that was a challenge. We're missing a washer somewhere. But that should, hopefully, get this thing to move a little bit more. Hopefully. Yeah, you can see the bolt right there. That's what we disconnected there. course, there's all kinds of wires still connected. But yeah, it's coming. All right, we're making some progress. Whew. Thank you, Ian Carr. That's not in the manual. It's not in my manual. Wow. All right, that's feeling pretty good. I mean, we're just kind of opening up a can of worms here, but it's got to be done. All right, I'm going to start disconnecting as much as I can, and hopefully there's some good wiring diagrams on this stuff so we can put it back together. All right, let's just start disconnecting them, and hopefully we'll be able to put them all back where they belong. This one's cut or broken. That yellow and brown one right there. This one just popped off the back of the that little tab right there. Oh man, that one broke or something. There we go. This one's a little crusty. There it goes. She's gonna need a little love, guys. 12 volts. Is there a date on here anyway? What do you think? Can we save it? Well, somebody's got to do it. Oh, cow. Let's see if we can get that sucker out of there. There we go. Ooh. I don't know what was connected to it, but it's out. Speedo cable seized. Let's see if I can get a wrench on it. Holy moly. Oh. All right, guys, we're getting there. The speedo cable's down in there. Try to get these in there. Well, it's she's fighting me a little bit, guys. Okay, this is the speedo. Okay. A little more complex than a Beetle, that's for dang sure. But not too bad, really. It is what it is. It's kind of fun, actually. There we go. Anybody want to rebuild these for me? That should be fun. We'll open them up and clean them up, and I'm sure there's probably some sort of kit for them. All right, what did I break? Anything? Got some lights here. Holy moly, we got it. Got that piece out anyway. It looks like I didn't break it. It's a little concave, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't see any cracks. Wow, that's impressive. Holy moly. It's coming out, guys. But I think this heater, so those heater cables come out here and they open and close these vents to let the heat in and out. So maybe it'd be smarter to try to connect it from here. This is a 7mm. It's just holding that little wire right there. And then it should come out. We might have to get that clip off of there. See it? You can see the levers moving. Yeah, that one and this one, which is already taken off. That was part of another box that I took off already. You can see the defrost vent here. So there's different cables for different parts. Defrost, the floor. Yeah, and that one is connected to that box, and that box is up in here. So these are 8mm. That one's coming out pretty good. Okay. All right, so it's just like a little bottom piece. And now, will that whole thing go up? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so those little nuts we just took off were connected to this. And I think there was one on the other side. You can see the holes. This thing should come out of here now. Of course, you know, that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, that thing's not coming out of there. I mean, that's part of the process, but dang, so this thing's got to come off, and that's got to come off, I bet you. It's like a little puzzle. Oh, man. Yeah. There we go. Wow. There's a pin in there. That's awesome. Paper mate. That's an old one. Made in USA, you know? Alright, cool. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Whew. There's some more stuff in there. Oh, Jetty Park. 79? I don't know, it's hard to tell. Can you guys see that? Looks like 1979, but... Now, can we get this thing done? We got all these cables. We gotta get these cables loose. Hold on. These are the dirty little details they don't talk about. These are 7s. And those cables are just rusted in there. That's where you get tempted to just cut it. Yeah, we might have to just cut that one. Yeah. These things are awesome. The weather's nice. It's a beautiful day. Ooh. Wow. All right. You know what would be awesome? If that heater controller just pulled out now. That would be awesome. That'd be worth it. What I just did would be worth it. Come on. Come on, man. Just give me something. Give me something. Yeah. Give me something. There we go. Woo. Oh, crap, man. That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. Holy moly, I think we can pull it out now. Maybe there's a couple things probably still connected. Let's try and see what happens. I'm just gonna take a nap real quick. Hold on. Whew. All right, let's do it. Will it come out? And will it ever go back in? Let's see. Oh. There's got to be some more stuff holding on. There's all kinds of wires and stuff in here, guys. These little clips. All the wires. Wow. Clips there. Can't hold it any longer. Is it coming? Oh. Woo. We did it. Holy crap. Wow. I don't know if we'll ever get it back in, but we got it out. We got it out. We're gonna get it back in, guys. I'm just kidding. Holy crap, there's still a wire over here. Oh man. Stand by. Whew. All right, that wasn't too bad. Holy crap, that was intense, all right? It wasn't terrible. It was just awkward, all right? But we did it. We did it. The wiring harness was clipped into these clips here. Those little wiring tie downs. So that made it a little more difficult. It was also connected to the lighter switch. But the hardest part was the heater controls. But obviously, we figured it out. You had to take the controls out from in here and get that duct system out of there. We got another one over there we got to disconnect. But yeah, it's looking pretty crazy. All right, well, we're getting there. That was fun. It was a challenge. I don't think I broke anything too bad. I don't think I broke anything. Definitely have some issues. Definitely didn't get all the wires on video as they were coming off. So that's going to be a challenge for sure. But I'm sure there's tons of wiring diagrams and we'll be able to figure it out. There's a hose here. Not sure what that went to. And there's another hose there. That's completely dry rotted. So, yeah. Basically, the dash is completely out. This stuff was already messed up, right? This was all dry rotted. This got messed up a little bit more, but this is all part of, I think when you recondition it, you get all this in the kit, I think. We'll have to find out. Hopefully I didn't mess this, hopefully that's not needed. I don't think I bent anything or broke anything, not that I can tell. Alright, there's a couple things that came out of the vents or underneath the dash here. I'm not sure where that came from, so we'll have to figure that out. And this, hopefully I didn't break it. That looks like it goes over the keyhole. Looks like it might have just popped out. I don't see anything broken on it, so that's good. We're gonna disconnect these wires right here. This is the key switch harness. Ow! Okay, that's out. And then there's two that go to the blinkers, I guess. There. Yeah. And there. Ooh, okay. Alright. Got some more wires here. We gotta get this nut back off here. Alright, there we go. Look at that. That's an interesting little connector right there. Check that out. Man, there's a lot of info flowing through that thing. Wipers and wash, blinkers. Jeez. Pretty wild. Okay, that's where the hoses go. There's a... What is that, a vacuum? Some kind of vacuum control? I don't know how that works. Weird. But it goes to those two hoses. Some sort of vacuum control. Alright, one more thing. I wanted to get the wiper motor thing out of there, and I think this is the bolt that's holding it. It's a 10mm. Let's see. I think that's doing it right there. Those threads are pretty rusty. It's a little sticky. What am I missing here? Man, those things are in there. Did those pop out? I don't know. It seems like these would probably pop off. Ooh. There it goes. Got it. Awesome. There's some more wires. Those we can get a good view of them. So there's a ground wire there. I think that's it. Oh wow, look at those little resistors or capacitors right there. That looks like something in my guitar amp that I built. That's interesting. All right. Wiper, gizmo, mechanism, motor, thingamajig is out. Cool. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. That was, ooh, that's that bolt that was in the dash. I guess we did break something, cause yeah, it broke off of there. All right, well, we broke that. I'll accept that. All right, we got the dash out. That was a little tricky. A little tricky. It's gonna need some work. The 914 rubber has all these replacement parts, which is pretty cool. So we can rebuild it, recover it, and do all that, make it look real sweet. This is interesting. Check this out. There's a couple more holes here. This is the optional fog light, I think. You see it didn't have it. And I think there's something else over here. There's another thing here. I'm not sure what that's for. So maybe we'll add fog lights. That'd be cool. All right. All right, so the 4 bolts that we're holding this thing on, for the most part, are these right here. 10mm nuts going onto those bolts there, and then they go through here. And you access them from inside the back behind the gas tank area and the windshield wiper motor area. So we got it out. I know there were some guys talking about these plastic nuts here. These are for if you just want to take the top off. All right, let's keep going. Let's get that wiring harness out. It's going to be a bit of a trick. And basically you've got the blinkers, the headlight on each side, and the wires go through here. Up through there. And the main harness is right here. And then this goes up and around. Feeds power to all these accessories. So we're gonna just pull this through that grommet there. So you can kind of see where it comes out there. There's a big ground here. We'll get that off. We got this wire that's going to the dome light switch. We'll get that off. And we're just gonna keep peeling it away. It splits off and runs down the tunnel here. Comes out the back. Right there. And then it goes up here. It splits off to each side. And it runs over to the fuse box over here. Control box and the heater blower, and then it just continues on back to the tail lights. All right, let's just start at the front and work our way back and see what happens, and kind of see what's going on here with the passenger side. There's some ground wires that are connected to that ground terminal right there. This is the headlight connector, and it goes through that grommet right there. All right, let's see if we can pop these connectors out of here without breaking the plastic. If we break it, we'll have to order some new ones. Might be able to push them out from the back side. Dang. Suckers are in there, boy. Alright, well, this isn't going so well. I put some lube in here, some WD-40 penetrant to try to... These are just rusted in there, guys. Corroded in there, whatever. I mean, they don't look too bad, but they should be coming out easier than that. Yeah. They do make these connectors, they're like $2, and they make those little wire connectors, so it looks like yeah, I mean, I'm trying. I tried to get them out nice, guys, but it's not playing nice. I'm pretty sure those are supposed to slide out of there, so we'll be ordering new of these and the little connectors that go in there. All right, those will be replaced. We did lose a tiny bit of wire, so hopefully there's enough. Looks like we got plenty of extra. All right, well, I won't show you the 30 minutes I tried to get those out of there. You get the idea. There we go. This one's gonna be a little tough. There's a big grommet right here. This piece is getting hung up. Yeah. You can see it goes down in there, and there's a clip down there, and then it goes through here. These are like optional, maybe for the fog lights. There's a couple different connectors that are just kind of hanging, so those are some sort of optional accessory add-ons. I know fog lights are one of them. There's one going through here, and that goes to the horn. I see it coming out here. Goes up underneath to the horn. There's a little clip here, and then it connects over here. You can tell the car's been painted before. And they just painted right over the other paint. probably didn't even scuff up the other paint. They probably just painted right over it. Whew. Holy moly. It's good. Hopefully it gets easier from here. There we go. That feels good. All right. All right, we're getting there, making some progress. We've got this big grommet here that we gotta push out, and then this section runs up through here. There's these little clips holding stuff. Those are the window washer hoses, I think, and some other stuff. There's another clip here. Okay. That's what's left of the antenna cable. Goes right here. And let's see. Let's see if we can knock this out. There we go. Yeah. All right. We'll feed all that through there into here. All right, we're getting there. The headlights were a little bit of a pain, but not too bad. Not too bad. We got all the wiring into the cab now. And it's a bit of a mess in here, but we're gonna get this ground wire off. There's a 10mm nut there, and these are all grounds. Oh, man, that came off pretty easy. A little washer. I don't know where the nut went somewhere. All right, and we got this dome light switch here, which should come off pretty easy. There it is. Let's see. Does it come out? Yeah. Put a little connector on the back there. Yeah, these two just popped off. There we go. Okay, cool. Now, that wire is running to the back there. All right, cool. We got the dome light switch out of there. Pretty easy. And the ground went to there. And there's a couple, the wire goes up behind the pedal cluster. There we go. And it looks like it's going to, what is that? This switch here. Look at how nasty that and rusted out that is. That's the accelerator pedal. Wow. All right, we got that disconnected, whatever that switch is there behind the accelerator pedal. And the wire continues to go through this tunnel to the back. Let me get my blankets out of the way here. All right, so let's just work our way back like we did from the front. Tail lights. Luckily, there's no crazy connectors on them. So far, so good. It's pretty easy. Little grommet right there. Clip here, clip there, and rust. Lots of rust. Ooh, what did I get myself into, guys? There's a clip under there we got to get out, but it's being pushed on by this hinge right here that connects to the trunk. Here's another clip here. All right, we got the rear tail lights so far, license plate stuff, and it comes up through here. There's a grommet right here. Goes under this clip here. Goes around, and there, these two shoot off and go to the light, the rear trunk light here. Right. Huh. Just like that. All right, let me fish that through there. All right, let's keep going. We're getting there. We're getting closer. I can taste it. It goes down behind this fuse box here. Oh yeah. You can see where it was connected here. This is all the stuff that goes to the fuel injection. And looks like there might be a couple other things missing. All those might be optional as well. I'm not sure. Let's see. There's two Phillips heads here, and I think that's it. And that thing will pull off. And we want to unclip this. I think there's a clip under there. I'm not sure. Or does that thing just pop up? There we go. There it goes. Yeah, I mean, considering this thing was flooded and it's been sitting for a long time, those look pretty clean. But we obviously have a lot of dirt and junk in here, so we'll have to clean it up really good, but I think we'll be able to save it, hopefully. Get this thing out of here. Couple wires there, and this bracket. Not sure how we're going to do the heat, because we're probably going to use an aftermarket custom exhaust from like A1 Performance or something. So I might have to come up with another solution for the heat. All right, heater, blower is out of there. There's a little clamp here. This little top here for this part of the, I should put that back on there so these don't all pop out. All right, there's a little ground wire connection down there. 10mm. There we go. Oops, see that one? That clamp just rusted right off there. I'll have to fix that. It all looks original. This little rubber boot or insulator behind that motor there. There's a gasket from something. Yeah, we're getting there. Lots of little grommets to take out, and the engine seal goes all the way around. That'll all come out. It's all dry rotted. We'll get all that out of there. We got a hole in there. It's like hellhole area number 2. I didn't know this side got that too, but I guess it does. It's gonna need some work for sure. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the metal work. I like working with the metal. As long as you can see some results. All right, we'll dig in to the rust more in the next episode. We just gotta get all this stuff off the car so that we can start to focus on the metal. Metal's gonna be a big job. But we gotta get all this stuff out of our way so we can see how bad it is. All right, I'm gonna crawl down in there and start pushing it through. So far, so good. Not too bad, not too bad. It's a little dirty. Okay. Final stretch here. Oh, that's a big old boot. Look at the size of that boot right there. We're gonna need a new one. Yeah, that one's all pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah. Alright, cool. Definitely gonna need a new one of those. Alright. We are right there, guys. The harness. Alright, we still got a challenge ahead of us here. These are the wires that go up to the light up here. There's a light that's right here on by the seat, and that's for that light. So I'm going to undo that so we can feed it through. And there's a switch for that light that goes over there, so we'll undo that. I don't know what's going on here, but it's a bit of a mess. I don't know if this is something we can delete. I don't know what it was connected to, but there's multiple cables here that are not connected, and that one just came out of there. So this is some kind of starter bypass switch. I remember reading about this, but I don't know what all this stuff is. And we've got wires that have been cut here, so somebody has already modified this at some point. So we'll have to figure that out when we go to put it back together. And then we got this with some more wires cut here. So I'm gonna pull this off because because it's not going to fit through that hole, I don't think. Let's see. That. Ooh. Pretty crusty, whatever that is. There's a switch here. I think this switch has something to do with the parking brake. Let's see if we can feed that through a little bit. Get this speedo cable out of the way. Maybe. Yeah, this thing's toast. We're gonna need a new speedo cable. It was busted off. It's pretty bad. Alright, that frees up a little more room. Ouch. Ooh, buddy. Where's that wire going? Where's that thing going? To here? I don't even know where that one's going. That's weird. There's a green wire here. There it goes. Alright, this block is in the way. I don't think it'll fit through that hole, so I'm not sure what this went to. We're gonna undo it. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's almost got a little bundle there to get out, and then we got to feed it through there again, through this hole. And there it goes. Ooh, that's gonna be fun getting that back in. Wow. Woo! What a mess. Wow. All right, we still got to get through that little loop there, and then it should be free. Let's get this. Let's see if we can get it out of here. I think that's it. Woo. There it is. What a mess. Look at that thing. It looks like Medusa's head or something. Wow. Yeah, that was fun. I meant to put this back on and I forgot. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, there it is. It's a bit of a mess. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It was just a little tricky. I thought it was gonna be worse, actually. Look at the size of that thing. Wow. It's pretty long. That is the wiring harness, complete wiring harness. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. That was a little bit of a challenge. I don't think we messed anything up too bad. It's kind of nice to be able to lay it out like this. You can kind of see how it all works. This is stretched out a little far. Obviously this kind of goes in the back and goes to each side of the lights. So it gets squished in the car, but yeah, it's a lot of wire. Pretty wild, pretty wild. Everything, for the most part, looks pretty good. This thing came apart on me, so we're gonna have to figure that out. It takes these two little, I meant to put the top back on, I forgot. But these connectors go together somehow. And they tie into the main board. They tie into here. So, yeah. And there's a fuse here, and I think there's supposed to be a fuse there. I don't know, some of this stuff's optional connections, so we'll have to figure all that out. Yeah, guys, we're getting there. I mean, so far, we've done pretty good. We did screw this thing up a little bit, but that's all right. And this thing broke. That rubber piece right there broke off. But hopefully they make that. I'm assuming that's pretty normal for that to break. What did I do with that piece anyway? It's in one of these things. There it is right there. Kind of a weird little connector. Yeah, parts are starting to add up. Trying to keep everything organized. We're going to put everything in bags and label it and put it in containers and just focus on getting this thing stripped down and then we'll start working on the metal work. The metal work's probably going to take probably a couple months. If we can get all the metal work done in like 2 months, 8 weeks, something like that, who knows, then we can focus on sanding and blocking, get it painted, and then start putting it back together, hopefully. This thing's probably worse than it looks. I mean, you start digging into this stuff and the rust just starts showing itself. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I know they make this piece and they make that piece and they make a lot of this stuff, but I'd like to save as much of the original as we can. But it'd probably be easier just to cut this out and replace it. This is going to be a challenge for sure. That's going to be a challenge. This is going to be a challenge. The rear, all this is going to be a challenge. So I'm going to use the same approach I did on the Beetle. This car was really cheap, and yeah, it's messed up, it's rusty, but it has a title and it's got a lot of good bones. So we're going to just not worry about it being perfect. We're going to do the best we can, and hopefully we'll turn out with a good product. I think it will. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good. We're going into this project with a lot more confidence than we did with the Beetle. So the Beetle was great for building my confidence and my skills, and carry that over to this project. And we're going to try to do it right. I'm not going to try to take any corners. So we're going to get as much of new metal as we can. Whatever we can't get, we'll fabricate. Restoration Design, really cool company up in Canada. They make all the parts. They make a lot of the parts for the 914 and the 356 and some of the other Porsches too. So yeah, this piece is the inner firewall, which on this car is actually pretty good at the top. And it's even okay right here. But down here at the bottom it's gone. And that's where it connects to the floor. And yeah, I think once we get everything stripped down and we brace the doors, we're going to take this piece out and we're just going to start taking out the floor and start getting it all cleaned up, the floor pans, and getting this whole area prepped and ready to start putting the new metal in. And we're most likely going to have to replace the inner and the outer longs. So yeah, I can't wait to get everything kind of stripped down and ready to start doing the metal work. I'm pretty excited. I think once we get it all stripped down, the rest of this trim off and all these little bits and anything that can come off that we don't need on here to do metal work, I think I'm going to take it outside real quick and pressure wash it really good and just get all this dirt and mud and junk out of here so you can kind of just get a better visual of what's happening. I think it'll be a good idea. It'd be cool to have it dip like they do on Minute of Dangle, I think it's called. I think they actually did a 914, a red one, actually, just like this, recently. It's cool. I mean, they dipped the whole car in some sort of acid bath, and it's basically just eats all the paint off of it. And they pressure wash it and clean it, and it's bare metal for the most part throughout the whole car, which is really cool. It'd be great, for getting down in all these crevices and all these tight areas and just stripping it down to the bone. I just don't know if this car is, because of the condition, I don't know if it's worth it. It's like $2,000 or $3,000, I think, to do it. And it would be nice. I'm definitely not going to sandblast it. Sandblasting is a mess, and it gets in everything. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to deal with the rust and the paint and all the crevices and everything. I would love to have it chemical dipped. That would be awesome. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if we're going to go that far with it. We have to dig into it some more. Once we get it completely stripped down and we get it on a dolly so that we can turn it up on its side and we start digging into some of this stuff, we can always have it chemically dipped at any point, even after we start the metal work. But I just want to start it and see, make sure we're going to be okay. I'm pretty sure all this stuff can be fixed. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I just want to make sure before I commit to having it dipped that it's not, just, I don't want to just waste $2,000 or $3,000, have it chemical dipped and then give up on it, So, and not give up on it, but just maybe feel like, well, it's too far gone. So maybe, I'm not there yet. I feel like all this stuff can be fixed. I think it can. And I think it'd be awesome to have it dipped. But if we're going to dip it, might as well take the floors out first, because that's just a waste of time, because those are going to come out, and maybe get some of the other stuff out of the way so that the chemical dip can get all up in those crevices and it'll just make it easier. So, we could probably brace the doors, take the pans out, take anything out that we don't need, maybe even cut away some of this stuff and get rid of some of this stuff so that they have access behind it with the chemical dip and the cleaner and all that stuff, which would, to me, would seem to make sense, is to try to have all those passages open as possible. So that's the inner firewall, which is this one here. And this is the outer firewall, or vice versa. I think this is the outer one. This is the one that you can see this hump right here. It's actually right here, and it connects to this. I guess it goes something like that. Not exactly sure how that meets up. There we go. Like that. Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, we might do that. We might take that whole rear firewall out, and the inner and the outer. You can kind of see right here, this hump right here is right here. And then the top, you can see it's all seam sealed where they welded it. They must have had some sort of spray gun that just went and sprayed out a web or a wide, it just came out like a freaking. But yeah, that basically comes all the way up to here. This is a different piece. This is the engine seal shelf. That part of it would probably have to be replaced as well. It's all rusty down here. We have this piece. We have a bunch of this stuff already. We're gonna need more. Let's see. This goes here. It fits in there pretty good. You can see this fits in here pretty good. Look at that. Nice fit. Oh yeah. And then the new floor pans will attach here on the bottom. That piece fit in there real sweet. So if all the new metal pieces fit that good, we're gonna be in good shape. So we've definitely got some challenges, dealing with all this. But I think we can do it. I think it's gonna be a cool little car when it's done. We're gonna put a brand new rebuilt 2.0 engine in here. It's gonna be sweet. All right, let's do a couple more things real quick. I wanted to get this firewall out of here, this insulator, and see, hopefully the back of that is not rusted out. That would be nice. I'm assuming it's glued on there, but maybe it's just, yeah, maybe it's just held on there. Pretty gnarly back there. Pretty gnarly. Ugh. Smells pretty gnarly too. Wow. That's some funky stuff, boy. Yeah, once we get everything out, all the stuff, we're gonna pressure wash everything really good. And then we'll start doing the metal work. Yeah, because there's some funky stuff living back here, boy. I don't know if we can clean that really good and save it, but maybe we can. It smells pretty funky. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not that bad. There's some little funk right here, kind of deteriorated areas here. Maybe there's some replacement stuff that can be used. That would be better. All right, that came out pretty easy. Not bad. It's a little dirty. It's a little dirty. I'd hate to have to pull that shelf out, although it does have some rust back here. But I'm pretty sure that's going to have to come out to replace that rear firewall and maybe some other stuff in the corners. We'll find out. We're going to get into the metalwork pretty soon. I'm going to pull all the cables, the e-brake cables and the heater cables, accelerator cable, clutch cable, all that stuff's going to come out. There's some old fuel lines here. We'll get all that stuff out of there. And the shifter and all this stuff. All this stuff's going to come out. Anything I can get out, I'm going to take out, and we're going to get ready to do the metal work. All right, guys, I think that's it for this one. The next one, we're going to focus on getting the front and rear suspension off and trying to get this thing on a dolly so we can flip it up on its side. The metal work's going to start soon. We got to get the rest of this stuff off and get it up on its side. And then once it's on its side, we can start pulling the pans off and start really diving into the metal work. Stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. An engine build with VW Darren and diving in deep on this 914. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a lot of detail work. It's a lot of stuff just coming off, but it has to be done. I enjoy it. I think it's therapeutic and it feels good to kind of start diving into all the little areas and see how this thing's made. You know, it's pretty cool. So I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to save it. There's definitely a lot of rust and it's a little scary, but I think we can do it. I think we're going to be all right. It's going to be a challenge, no doubt about it, but I think we can. It's going to be a good learning experience on taking it to the next level, and that's the plan. We cut our teeth on the Beetle. We're going to step it up to the next level with this 914. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Later.